My name is Christopher Adam. I'm from Troop 88 in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, Pioneer District of the New Birth of Freedom Council, and I am an Eagle Scout.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force, you are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking.
I was sitting in my 8th grade honors history class, and my teacher asked everyone in the class who knew what D-Day was to raise their hand. I was one of only 3 people in a class of about 25 that knew about it, and I was kind of appalled to see that, people in an honors history class don't know about the sacrifices that these men have given up for us. Guys that were my age that lied about their age to get into this. When I learned about stuff like that and just seeing that people from my generation don't know about the sacrifices of the greatest generation, I knew at that point that it was something that I kind of had to do. So Liberation Point as a whole is a small park in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, designed to educate, commemorate, and inspire the sacrifices that these men have made, and just kind of encourage my generation to learn about that and to remember their sacrifices and what they have done for us. The centerpiece of my project, Liberation Point, are 2 statues of American soldiers on Omaha Beach. Omaha Beach is where some of the most vicious fighting was during all of D-Day, and so I thought that I would capture their kind of emotions and their faces to kind of keep going forward and keep pushing through.
The detail that went into this project was just incredible. And I can tell you, as a VFW commander with 600 combat veterans, members of my post, many of them World War II veterans, that they are extremely proud of this monument, of Christopher's accomplishments. I have lunch here at AHEC with a number of retired Army officers from the War College, who've taught at the War College, who have seen this monument and come to me more than once to say, "Did you say that kid was only 15 years old when he did this project?" They said, I never would have believed it. When I first saw that monument, I had no idea it came from an Eagle Scout, and to be so young and accomplish such a task was just awesome.
One of the things that they teach you in Scouts is that you sometimes kind of have to open yourself up to new experiences. The first time that I went on a fundraising mission, I was 14. The last time I went, I was 17. So it's just kind of the way that my project progressed, but it was fantastic because I was able to learn different skills about public speaking and just being able to adapt on the fly, incorporating different pieces of technology that I had available to me, and just growing kind of myself as a person. But the process of me going to all the different entities in the community that I did, I found kind of a list of people that I think would be, or that I thought would be, capable of supporting me, or just supporting me because my efforts kind of aligned with theirs. So I found a lot of American Legions of VFWs would be willing to support. I just set my radius to as far as my mom was willing to take me, because like I said, at the time I was only 14 and 15 and I wasn't able to drive. And I just went, and then I pitched myself and my project to them. And so when they see that I had my sights kind of set really high, they were very eager to support and help me in my project. And I was very fortunate to receive a lot of the support that I did from the community. My unveiling ceremony happened November 9th, 2019, which is Veterans Day weekend. One of the main things about my event was that I had the largest gathering of World War II veterans in Pennsylvania for that year. So I was able to honor 29 World War II veterans at the unveiling of my project, whether they be from D-Day or different places in the Pacific, all over the different parts of the war. They were all able to come out, and I was able to support them, and they were able to support me. Looking back on it, I'm really happy that I was able to finish this in the way that I did, and that I was able to finish on time, on budget, and everything was all good in the end. So I got started in scouting like many other people have gotten started in scouting from either friends or family. My brother was invited to a scout meeting in 2nd grade, and I saw that he was progressing through the different ranks of becoming a Cub Scout. It just seemed like something that was a lot of fun. He made a lot of different friends, and even at such a young age, he was learning a lot of life skills from the program. So from that point, when I was old enough and eligible in 1st grade, I decided to join Cub Scouts. I progressed through the ranks and things like that, and then in about the 5th grade, like halfway through your 5th grade year, you bridge over to become an actual Boy Scout, and from there I went through, followed through the different ranks, followed in my brother's footsteps again, and then became an Eagle Scout. Scouting does teach you a lot of beneficial things in your life, and it teaches you to grow as a person. It helps you grow as a person. It teaches you a lot of skills that you might not ever encounter again, or might not ever need, but at least you're prepared for that. But being able to give back and being able to feel that kind of love that you feel when you join a scout troop and kind of progress through all the different ranks of scouting and the different styles of scouting that you can do, it's fantastic. And being able to keep kind of passing that on, eventually pass it on to younger scouts who will pass it on to younger scouts who will eventually probably pass it on to your kids someday, is just something that's fantastic, and I'm really happy to be a part of that. So I was a den chief before I aged out of scouting, but I think I'm going to stay with it afterwards. One of the main reasons why I'm doing that is because scouting is a lot about giving back. So in the leadership requirements, when you go through the different ranks of 1st class, Star, Life, and then eventually Eagle, they ask you, what have you done to give back? What have you taught a younger scout? And so being able to kind of have this accolade now that I've received for all of my work, I feel like I have kind of an ability to help educate people, whether they be my friends or like I'm working with now, a lot younger scouts, to just help them kind of become better scouts, better people as a whole, in not just their scouting lives, but in their lives in general. I feel like a lot of what I learned I can pass on to people, and if they're able to use that to help better themselves, then it betters me as well.